Okay. So yesterday we learnt about how to promote a domain controller. Now I have a domain called Microsoft.com in my newly built server 2019 operating system. Okay. Then I have logged into my server 2019 operating system called RDC01. Okay. So as soon as I log into the server or the virtual machine, if I go to the tools option here, after installation and promotion of the Active Directory domain controller, if I go to this Active Directory users and computers, because this is the console where we spend 90% of the time or 95% of the time with respect to the Active Directory operations. Okay. So this is where you create your user accounts. This is where you create your computer objects. This is where you reset your password, account unlocking. You will create the groups. You will grant access. Everything, every activities will be performed by this console only. And this console called as Active Directory users and computers. Okay, you have to go here. So as soon as I click on that option, the Active Directory users and computers, you see a newly built domain here called Microsoft.com. Okay, so as soon as you build any domain controller freshly, okay, it is a fresh build domain controller, and this is a fresh build domain called Microsoft.com, and this is my first domain. I can even call this as a forest, okay, because Microsoft.com will work as a domain and there is a single domain as of now. Then we can also call this Microsoft.com as a forest as well, because it's a single domain, single forest. Okay, now if you look at here, we have multiple folders here, correct na? So I also told you when I was giving the introduction to the Active Directory will help you to create your username and users and computer objects. It will help you to do the centralized authentication, help you to do the centralized administration. So centralized authentication, how it will be done? When you create the user account, you never create the user account in the local computers, that you will create the user's account in the Active Directory domain controller, correct na? Then as soon as the user enters the username and password in the local computer, that username and password, the verification will happen in the domain controller and not in the local computer, and that is why we call it as centralized authentication. So I also told you one more thing. It will facilitate you, or it will help you to do the centralized administration. So to do the centralized administration, we need to assign, I mean, we need to align, or we need to maintain proper hierarchy, or we have to maintain the hierarchical structure of our organization. See, when I look at Microsoft.com, it is a bigger company, correct? Na? It has got lot of offices in multiple countries and multiple regions. Okay, if I just consider Microsoft.com India, okay, how the hierarchy will be there? Let us create the hierarchical structure today, and then we will create some users, and then we will do the day-to-day user related operations. Okay, so what I will do, I'll quickly go and create a hierarchy. Okay, the hierarchy means probably under the Microsoft.com you may have an organization unit called India, because we are talking about the India organization hierarchical structure. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to right click on this Microsoft.com and click on new, and you have to select the organizational unit. The organizational unit, we also call it as OU. OU means it is a container, or it is a folder structure where you can create your users and computer objects and even groups also. Okay, click on organization unit, then create a OU called India. Now, if you look at, there is a company called Microsoft.com. Under that Microsoft.com, you can see an organization called India. Okay, under India, you have multiple locations again. See, if you dump everything in one box, it is very, very difficult to take it out and to do any modifications or something. Okay, but when you segregate the things properly, it is easy to pick up the things, it is easy to manage the things, correct, right? That is why the segregation, we will call it as the hierarchical structure. Okay, now what I will do, in India we may have multiple locations, and each locations I will do create organization unit and try to keep the users and computer in the respective OU. Under India, let me create Bangalore. Okay, so under India again, it is not just Bangalore, we also have a bigger office in Hyderabad. See, under India we also have Microsoft in Pune. Okay, under India we also have Microsoft office in Delhi. See, now if you look at, it is a very structured. When you look at this console, you will understand, yes, under Microsoft.com, in office is there in India, and in India we have multiple other locations also, and each and every location has got a different organization in it. Correct, na? Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, Delhi. Now, a user in the Bangalore location, he joined. An engineer joined the organization under Bangalore, and he works for an IT department. Correct. Under Bangalore, if you look at, there is no segregations. What we have to do under Bangalore, again we need to create couple of organization units. Okay. So right click and go to the new organization unit. I can even create a new org called IT. Okay, under Bangalore, one more org called HR. Under Bangalore, I can create one more organization unit called admin. Okay, under Bangalore, I can even create an organizational called sales. That is pre-sales. Okay, yeah. See now, yeah, IT department who works on the ground, all the IT related infrastructure like multiple technologies under IT. Okay, maybe you have the Windows team, you have Linux team, or you have backup team, you have Azure cloud, AWS cloud, or GCP, whatever. Okay, if you want, you can even further create the user, I mean the OUs, and uh, you can keep the objects and the classes in the respective OU. Okay, so now what we will do, I have told you there is a user who will join the Bangalore location IT department. So what we have to do, if you want to create say for example, now you have a request is there to create an or to onboard a user in the IT department of Bangalore under Microsoft.com. Okay, then what you have to do, they will give the information where is the user is in Microsoft, is in India, in Bangalore, and in IT. So you have to trace this folder or the OU. You come here to the IT, right click on the IT OU, or you can even right click on this empty space, create new. Instead of organization unit, you can create the user. Select the user here, and you can facilitate the name. Okay, so maybe I will create IT user 1. IT user 1. See, my first name is IT user 1. Last, if you have initials, if your last name you can put, otherwise that's okay. And your full name is IT user 1. And if you look at your user logon name, IT user at the rate Microsoft.com. This is how your Instagram ID, your Facebook login account, your LinkedIn account, everything gets created. You have both prefix as well as your domain name, that is called a suffix. Okay, so IT user 1 at the rate Microsoft.com. So I told you right yesterday, while logging in, either you can use your username at the rate Microsoft.com, or you can use Microsoft slash your username. Okay, so both can be done. So let me click on next, and let me put password at the rate 123, password at the rate 123. So you should add in the complex password. The complex password means password should be minimum 8 characters, and password should have a capital letter at least, the combination of capital letter, small letter, and it should include numbers and special character. That is why I always give password at the rate 123. I'll make capital P, rest all small words, PASSWO 0rd at the rate 123. Okay, so you have numbers, you have letters, higher, I mean small, upper letter, small case, everything is there. Okay, and if you look at, as soon as you provide the username and password here, see here it is asking you to check user must change the password at next logon. This is very important, because ideally what happens in the information technology, security is very crucial. So here, since you are creating this user, you know the username, and since you are setting up the password, you know the password. So which is a security concern, correct? Na? Because ideally my password and my username should be known to me only. Here in this case, since you are creating the username and password, setting up the password, here you know the password. To come out of that risk, what we have to do, we have to check this password. See, password, user must change the password at next logon. What I'll do, I'll put it as 1234, and I'll put it as 1234. Okay, then I'll change the password to 123. Okay, so then I check this user must change the password at next logon. So if you click on the second option, you cannot change the password. User cannot change the password. If you put third option, the password will never get expired. Normally, every 90 days the password will get expired, because you should never use a same password for longer time. That is a security risk. That is why the third option. And if you want to disable the account, you can click on the last option. Even though the user account is there, it is disabled. Okay, so it is not an active account. So first case, I'll just select the first option and I'll click on next and finish. Now you see a user called IT user 1 got, it has got created. This is what the user onboarding we call it as. Okay, when somebody tells, do you know how to create a user and onboard? Yes, you should tell, yes, I know how to create a user accounts in Active Directory. To create a user account, I need to log into the Active Directory domain services, and I have to go to the Active Directory users and computers, and then I need to go to the relevant OU, the organizational units, and click the user as per the information I have received in the ticket. Okay, then the user is created here like this. Now the next thing is, the user should have an access to the computer. Okay, the user should have the access to this Windows 10 computer. Okay, so the access can be given in two ways. Okay, the access can be given by adding the users directly to the computer here, or you can create some groups. Say for example, you can create some group here and add the user to the respective group, and then grant access to the, I mean, give the grant access to the computer using the group. That I'll show you later. First, let me do one thing. Let me go to the Windows 10 computer and grant access to that user directly. Okay, password at the rate 123. To grant access, you need to log in as the the domain administrator. Okay, to the Windows 10 PC. See, this is Windows 10 PC. This is my personal computer. You can see it's my Windows 10 where if I tell, see, it is Windows 10. So it is a client machine, and this is the machine I'm going to give it to the user one at Microsoft.com. Okay, so how to grant access? It's very simple. You can go to the run option here and type local user mgr manager dot msc, local user manager dot msc. As soon as you click on that, you will see this local users and groups console opens, and there you can see the users. See, if you create the users under the local users and groups, we will call that user as a local user. Okay, or local administrator. So if you create the users in the Active Directory console, we will call that user as the domain user, because you are going to create the user account in the domain estate or the domain environment in the Active Directory domain controller. So that is the difference. There is always a two type of users. One is the local accounts, or the local users which you create the user account directly here. See, this is my Windows 10 machine. See, this is my Windows 10 machine. You can create a new user here. See, user maybe Bimrai. See, Bimrai. Okay, and you can set the password at the rate 123. password at the rate 123. Okay, so if I copy this Beamer, see here he got created. If I go and search this Beamer users in the Active Directory here, right click on the Microsoft.com, you click on find and just try to search Beamer, Bhimaray. Okay, see it is not, see no items match the current search because that account is not created in this domain. See, I'm looking in the domain itself, but I am not able to find the user account in the respective domain because that user is not created in the domain controller. So if you just search the user, see the user, IT user, IT, see now you will see the IT user. See, IT user detected because it is created in the domain, but the user account called Beamer is created here in the, see, local computer. That is a difference. So then you need to go to the groups here. As soon as you go to the groups, you have multiple groups here. All these are groups, and each and every group is for a respective privileges. So if somebody asks you to grant local administrator, you need to go to this local administrator and then you need to add, see this is microsoft.com location, it is there. You can select whatever other domain. If you want to know microsoft.com, or if you want any other domain.coms are there, you can select, or you can select that, and respective you can put IT user. See, if you just put one or two letter, it will automatically detect. See, IT user 1 at the rate microsoft.com. See, I have granted access as a local administrator. See, Microsoft slash IT user 1 is now part of this administrator group. Then he will act as an administrator. So most of the time we may not give the local administrator access, but we will give this remote desktop user access if you are just login as a user. If you are a backup team, then I will add you as a backup operator. Okay, if you are an hypervisor administrator, then I will add you as a hypervisor administrator. If you are a IIS or the web the middleware team, then I will grant you IS user as an access. Okay, now let me verify if I can log in as a IT user. Who am I? If I see who am I, it says I have logged in as Microsoft slash administrator. Now let me log off and log in to the Windows 10 machine as the IT user 1 because I have just granted access to the IT user 1. Okay, let me go to the send control alt delete, and now instead of Microsoft administrator, you can click on other user and put IT user 1 at the rate microsoft.com, and the password is password at the rate 1234. As soon as I hit enter, it will ask me to change the password. See here, it will change. The user password must be changed before signing in because I have set while creating the user when he is trying to log in at the first attempt, he should forcefully change the password because the password which I have shared to you, that is actually known to me. That is a security compliance, non-compliance. Okay, that is the reason it is forcing him to change the password. Now you can click on OK and reset the new password. PASSWORD at the rate 123. I'll set it. Okay, PASSWORD at the rate 123. PASSWORD at the rate 123, and you can hit enter. Did not match. Okay, its current password is password at the rate 1234. New password is password at the rate 123. One more time I need to enter the password. PASSWORD at the rate 123. Now it will take. Yes. See, it is changing the password now. Now, now you got the confirmation. So user password has been changed. Click on OK. And now the IT user 1 is logging in to the Windows 10 machine. So now you learnt two things here. One is how to create a user account in the Active Directory, and then now you know how to grant access to the computers to the newly created account in Active Directory. That is by logging into the computer directly and go to the local user manager.msc and then go to the respective groups and add the users there. Okay, imagine you have hundreds of users. Every day you get requests to get access to one of the other computers. So to make ease of that job, okay, if you don't want to go or get into the group, I mean, you don't want to log into the computers every time. If you want to control that from the local Active Directory domain controller itself, here itself. So what we can do, we can create respective groups here. Say for example, you can, instead of user creation, you can click on new and select the group, and you can give admin for Windows 10 PC like this. You can create a group, okay, admin, local admin or administrator Windows 10 PC, administrator Windows 10 PC, okay. So you can create a group. See, now you have created a group. So what you can do, you can create multiple users. Let me IT user 2, password at the rate 123, sorry, IT user 2, next password at the rate 123, password at the rate 123. Now I don't want to change the password. I'll uncheck this box. You will see the difference. Finish. Now I'll create one more user, IT user 2, 3, IT user 3, PASSWORD at the rate 123, PASSWORD at the rate 123. Here also I don't want to check this box. Next, next, and finish. See, if you want to create one more user, you can create, maybe I'll create Mehboob, okay. At the rate Microsoft.com. See here, PASSWORD at the rate 123, PASSWORD at the rate 123. So this is just a group only specific to that Windows 10 machine, okay. So now what I will do, so I, instead of log into this Windows 10 machine each and every time to go here, the local users and computers, or graphically also you can go. If you open this Windows Explorer, if you go to the this PC, if you click on this PC here and go to manage, okay, and then you go to the local users and groups there, okay. See here, local users and groups, then you see the users, then you see the groups, okay. You go to the administrator, and instead of adding IT user 1 2 3 and Mehboob every time, so what you can do, you can create the group here. I have created a group and add all the users, members to this group. Add, we can put IT and search users. See, all the user came here, and I'm adding all the users along with Mehboob also. See, Mehboob also added. Now you see, IT user 1, IT user 2, IT user 3 and Mehboob are part of this administrator Windows 10 PC group. Apply, okay. Now I went to this Windows 10 machine. I'll click on administrator, okay. Now I'll click on add. I'll come from the beginning, okay. So you know two ways, either you can go to this PC, right click, go to manage and click on users and groups. It is easy to go to the command local user mgr.msc. If you open that, you directly open this console, click on groups, click on administrator. Now you click on add button. Now you type admin and search the newly created group under microsoft.com. Click on check names and see administrator Windows 10 PC. This group I am selecting, click on OK, and this group is added now. Now I am not adding specific users. Instead I have added the group. Let me remove this person. I don't want now. Apply, OK. So now what I will do, let me log off from the user 1, and you will see now I will try to log in as all the 3 users. Now all the 3 users will be able to log in. Okay, let me log in as send control or delete. Now instead of IT user 1, let me log in as Mehboob. See, now Mehboob is able to log in to this computer because Mehboob is also part of the group called that administrator Windows 10 machine PC, correct? Na? And that is why, and that machine, that particular group is added to the local administrator of the Windows 10 machine, so he is able to log in and he is able to work as a administrator. So this is how easy to add multiple users if you don't want to log in multiple times. Okay, now imagine, so now you create one more user. Who is there? Okay, say for example Sai Prasad is there. Okay, Sai or Prasad at the rate microsoft.com, PASSWOD at the rate 123, PASSWOD at the rate 123. I don't want to change the password. Next, next, finish. And now I'll go to this administrator Windows 10 PC members and I'll add Sai Prasad. See, Prasad, if I add, Prasad got added to this Windows 10 group. Correct? See, is there. Now I am not doing anything. Okay, let me log off this person here. Okay. Now I simply log in to this computer with the user called Prasad. See how it is possible because I have granted access via group. Instead of Mehboob, I can log in as Prasad. PRASAD PASSWOD at the rate 123. See, this is how it is helpful when you grant access via groups. Okay, and I'll tell you one more benefit actually. See, normally when you when the user left the organization, imagine Prasad is now working in Microsoft and he is moving out of Microsoft and he is joining Google or AWS, okay, or Mercedes. That time you need to remove access to Prasad wherever he is there. Okay, if you manually add the users, you need to go to each and every computer and remove from there. Correct, na? So what you have to do here, I'll show you. If in case of the groups, you don't need to log into the 1000 computers you have access. You simply go to the Active Directory here, okay, and if you simply remove the user from this members, click on this, and if you remove, see the user will go off. Okay, and then if you try to access, if you try to access, he will not have access. So I'll show you that. Let us create the profile. So are you guys following me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you see, I have logged into this Windows 10 machine as Prasad. If you see who am I, it will tell you it's Microsoft slash Prasad. Okay, I am good. Now let me show you how can you control or disable access from the group itself. See, I'll do one thing. I don't want to. Prasad is now left the organization, and you want to disable the account. Just see disable account here, and Prasad. If we try to log in now again, Prasad don't have access to the, even though he has added to the groups, okay, he will not be able to log in because it says Prasad's account is disabled. PASSWOD at the rate 123. If you try, see your account has been disabled. Please see your system administrator. Okay, so that is how it is. Now, if you want to remove Prasad from the group here, just go to the members and remove Prasad, and the Prasad's ID will be removed from all the places wherever you have added this group to provide the access. That is how simple it is. Okay. Okay. So this is clear, guys. Now you know how to create a user account, how to grant access to the computer directly, and how to create a groups and add the group members, and how to grant access to the computer using the groups, and then how to disable the account. These many things you know. Now the important things are there. Okay, say for example Mehboob is there. Mehboob, he was working and he was on a vacation for 2 weeks, and I said password will get expire every 90 days. Okay, so and the notification comes after before 7 days of expiry, and since he was on vacation for 2 weeks, when he was on vacation the notification came to reset the password and he missed it, and now the password got expiry. He will raise a ticket, I'm unable to log in, my password has expired. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to reset the password. How to reset the password? It's very easy. See, what you have to do, you have to go to this microsoft.com. If you don't know the OU, now see here in our case we only have these many OUs, but in the real time you have thousands of OUs, thousands of departments will be there. If that is the case, you need to search his username, his logon name you need to search. What is that? Prasad. If you put PR also, all the names which get started with PRA will come. In our case, Mehboob. If I just put Mehboob, just put M, it will list out all the names which will be getting started with M. Okay. See now Mehboob came here. Right click on Mehboob account and you see an option called reset password. Click on this reset password option and then change password at the rate 1234, password 1 at the rate 1234, and click on this user must change the password at next logon, and you can click on this unlock this user account and click on OK. The password for Mehboob has been changed. Now you can communicate the user on the ticket or maybe on the SMS. You can, there is an option to send the message also. You can send the messages also to the person. Okay. So now Mehboob tried to log into this Windows 10 machine. Let me check. See, when tried to when Mehboob password at thread 1234. See, when he is trying to reset, I mean log into the computer with the new password, user must be change the password before signing in. You have to click on it and you have to force him to change the password. PASSWRD at the rate 1234, PASSWRD at the rate 123, PASSWRD at the rate 123. See, now you will see an error. See, unable to update the password, the value provided for the new password does not meet the length, complexity, or the history requirements of the domain. See, it is telling the password you have given, it is not meeting the complexity, means it does not have 8 character length. If you look at PASSWORD at the rate 1234, it is about 13 character. So that means that the length is fulfilled. Complexity, yes, I have capital P, I have at the rate, I have 123, I have both small letter, capital letter, number, special, everything is there. That is also not matching. Then the left out is history. See, we have forced the Active Directory domain controller not to take the old password. Okay, so if you want to change the password at the rate 123, again you need to change the 20 different passwords. Only then you can set the first password, which is password at the rate 123, the 21st time. Okay, that is what the password history means. You cannot keep the same password until and unless you have changed 20 new different passwords. Okay, only then you can set the old password which you have used in the first time. So what I will do now, I'll just change password at the rate 1234 to PASSWRD at the rate 12345. See, I will be able to log in. password at the rate 12345. See, it is taking. That is what the password history is all about. Password has been changed because I have told my domain controller, store the last 20 password histories. So when the user is trying to change the password, the which he already used, he should change 20 new different passwords. Only then he can use the old password. The 21st password can be the first password. Okay. Otherwise, it will never allow. So Mehboob is now logging in with a new password. The profile is getting created. See, Mehboob is logged in, and if you want to see who's this, you can type a command called who am I, and you will have Microsoft slash Mehboob. Fine. Now, say for example, Mehboob is trying to log in. Let me log off, and he will use some wrong passwords multiple times. Okay. So let me send control password. I am trying to enter some wrong password. One time incorrect, second time incorrect, third time incorrect, fourth time incorrect, fifth time incorrect. See, after having 5 to 6 wrong passwords, Mehboob account will be logged out. Why? Because Active Directory is a very intelligent service. It will consider that maybe the user is multiple times entering the password. Maybe this person is not a legitimate user, or maybe there is an attack. Maybe there is a malware attack which is trying to penetrate our network with different passwords attempts. Then it says the user account is logged out. Okay, when you try to enter the password, if it is taking long time, that means it has got logged out. Then he will raise a ticket on the phone, or maybe he will log into the service now, or maybe he will drop an email stating that I am unable to log into the Active Directory domain because it says my account got logged out. Can you please reset the password, or can you please not reset the password, can you please allow me, or can you please unlock my account? How to unlock the account? It's very simple. You need to go to RDC here and search for Mehboob account here. Okay, you know Mehboob account where? In IT, and in Mehboob here, right click on Mehboob account, go to properties of it. Okay, and then you have to go to the account tab here. As soon as you go to the properties of Mehboob and account of Mehboob, there you see unlock the account. See, click on unlock the account. So as soon as you click on unlock the account, his account got unlocked. Now, if we go and enter the password, password at the rate 12345, see, you are able to log in. This is one way of unlocking the account. Okay, I mean there is only one way. I mean only the search is different actually here. I mean, if you know the OU, you can directly go to the users and right click on unlock. Or if you don't know the where is the OU, just go here, find and type Mehboob. Okay, and then right click. Again, go to the properties here, and then go to account and unlock the account like this. Okay, and see Mehboob is logged in. And the next one is last one. I'll finish up today. Okay. So, say for example, this IT user is there. Okay. So, Mehboob, imagine Mehboob is working, and any account, not only for Mehboob. So, you can define from what time to what time the user should log in. Okay. Say for example, if you go to user log on hours, okay, you see from 12 to 12, all the 24 hours is there from all the day, Monday to Friday, all the day, or Sunday, whatever day you have. Okay, so you can just click on all, and you can tell the user only between 9 o'clock Monday here, Monday 9 to 6 p.m. till Friday, only user should log on. let me log on deny. Yes, now what I will do, from Monday to Friday till 6 o'clock they can log in, log on permitted. Okay, it says 8 a.m. but I don't want to 8 a.m. actually. I want this to uh, but 9 a.m. now here. Yeah, now it is 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. to this one is, yeah, this is correct. So log on permitted 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay, and I have applied OK. Now, if apart from that particular time, if the user is able to log in, say for example, let me log off and log in as Mehboob. Okay, sign out. So now, if since the time is not 9, it is still 8:30. The user cannot log into the computer because I have defined the settings there. Okay, BASSW at the rate 1 2 3 4 5. See, it's trying to log in and it is taking time. Why? Because there is a policy not to allow the users or deny user apart from the time which is entered here. If you go to the properties of Mehboob account, if you go to user logon hours, you see here Mehboob is allowed to log in only between 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. from Monday to Friday, and today is Wednesday. Okay, and the time is 8:30. No, something is wrong actually here. Let me log off and log in. It should not allow him actually. You can even specify which computer he should log in, which computer should not log in. Okay, that is also possible, but that will get confusion for you. This is enough for you now. Okay, so log on denied. So what I'll do. So today is Wednesday, na? Due to off, what I'll do, I will deny Monday to Friday. I'll keep it permitted. And today is Wednesday, and today is off, na? So let me deny. So you should not be able to log in. Let me go to the Windows 10 machine. Send control delete send, and now PASSW audio at the rate 1 2 3 4 and 5. See, your account has time restrictions that prevent you from signing in at this time. Please try again later. Because I have told not to allow Mehboob on Wednesday due to holiday. Okay, so that is how you can even restrict the users not to log into their computer during the off business hours, means non business hours. Okay, that is how this Active Directory is very useful device. I mean the services. Okay, you can do anything and everything, you can do wonders. Okay, so these are all the day-to-day related activities that we will perform in the Active Directory. So now say for example how to move a user. Say for example Mehboob is in IT, he want to move to HR. Okay, you right click, move, and go to computer OU here. I mean where is the India? Under India go to Bangalore, and if you want to move to HR, just click on HR folder and say OK. See, now the user got transferred from IT department to HR department. Now all the policies, settings, whatever is applied at the IT OU level, it won't be applicable because that has got a separate policies, and now he is into HR, all the HR policies will be applicable. So tomorrow we will talk about the group policy. Okay, there you will understand the importance of moving user from one OU to another OU, how it will be impacted. So let me move back this user to the Bangalore IT OU only, and then tomorrow we can continue with the other activities. So with that, I think we can close this day-to-day related IT related activities. I mean, day-to-day what all activities that you do with respect to the Active Directory in your offices. Okay. So I can stop sharing my screen and stop the recording also, and then I can take some questions if you have. Okay. Thank you.